Okay, we've been studying about Joseph. Last week he was sold into slavery, sold to the Ishmaelites, and he went to Egypt, and he was bought by the captain of the guard. I'm sure the captain of the guard looked at him and saw he was a young man. He was very strong and healthy, and so, hey, he'll be good to work in my fields or whatever. But the longer he got to know Joseph, the more he realized that Joseph was blessed. God had given Joseph extra wisdom, and Joseph had the character of someone who worships God. He didn't lie, he didn't steal, he didn't cheat. He was following God, and God blessed him. His owner realized this, and so he put Joseph in charge of some part of his property. And that part of his property prospered, did really good. So Potiphar was not a stupid man. He said, okay, if Joseph being in charge of that makes it prosper, and I want to prosper everything, I'm putting Joseph in charge of everything I got. And so he did. Joseph ruled Potiphar's house. He was underneath him in authority, but the Bible says that his boss didn't think about anything to do with the running of the house or anything like that except what he wanted for dinner. He didn't do anything of the rest of it. Joseph took care of it, and as long as Joseph was taking care of it, everything prospered. So we can look at Joseph's story, even if we stopped his story right there, if his story stopped right there, we can look at it, that God had his hand on him, even though Joseph's brothers worked against him and sold him into slavery. Joseph is now in charge of a rich household, which was a very important household in the country. But Satan doesn't like us to prosper. Satan doesn't like us to succeed. So Potiphar had a wife. And she saw Joseph, that he was a strong, young, healthy man, and evidently was very good looking. And she wanted to have sex with him. He told her no. I'm not going to offend my boss that way. That'd be a stupid thing for me to do. And she kept after him day after day. She arranged one day that when Joseph came into the house for his day's work, there was nobody there but her. She made sure nobody else was home. Everyone was out in the fields or whatever. And she grabbed hold of him, and he told her no, and he turned around and ran out of the house. When he did, he left his coat behind. She grabbed hold of him, and I picture she grabbed hold of him and he slipped out of the coat as he left. So she is highly insulted. She wants what she wants, and she's a rich woman. She should have everything she wants. So she screamed. And when the servants came in to see why she was screaming, she told them he was the one trying to get her to sleep with him. And so then she put his jacket aside, and when the boss came home, she told him, that Hebrew servant, you brought into this household. Why? He wanted me to have sex with him. Here's his coat he left when I screamed. Well, this made Potiphar upset. He put Joseph in jail, because we can't leave Joseph happy for a week. We're going to leave him in jail now over the week. Can you imagine Joseph up and down and up and down? Daddy's favorite, now I'm sold as a slave. I'm in charge of the household, now I'm in jail. Sometimes our lives feel that way, because there is a war going on. The war between God and Satan. We choose who wins in our life. And when we serve God, we may have times when we feel like we're down in prison like Joseph, but God's always in charge. And God will always be victorious if we follow him. Let's sing our song. Only a boy named David, only a little sling, only a boy named David, but he could pray and sing. Only a boy named David, Amen.